Hey, this isn't the most flattering angle, but I'm not here to flatter anybody, including myself. So, I've been in my head going over and over what the topic of this video should be, because honestly, I just wanted to complain. I just wanted to complain about how I feel like I've wasted last 3 years of my life writing a book and a poetry book. The book is a mystery. You don't know about it yet. You're not supposed to know about it. Forget I even told you about it. It's like, ooh, it didn't exist. But yeah, I've just been working on that stuff and it feels like a waste. But I'm gonna ignore my feelings. Okay, I'm gonna ignore my feelings and I'm gonna talk about something else. Which is, do I want to talk about something else? Yeah. Listen, this this life you're living is so temporary, girl boss. I don't think any of you are girls. Some of you are girls, but listen, girl boss is more of a state of mind, okay? Anyways, listen, girl boss. This life that you're living is so temporary. It is literally so temporary. My worry right now about what I'm doing with my life creatively and career-wise and whatever, it's kind of temporary and doesn't really matter. And I mean, when I say that it's temporary, if you'll come down with me here from my stand-sit desk, listen. So when I say it's temporary, is this too high? A little bit. So okay, tripod. Anyways, so when I say it's temporary, I mean in the literal sense that life changes so often that this current mindset that you have right now can be changed in a week. And I also mean it in the afterlife sense. It's just not that important. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, let's tackle it from the first perspective. It is temporary what you're feeling. It's only a problem, really, if it keeps repeating itself in a pattern. For example, if I constantly feel like I'm wasting my life and I'm working in, I don't know, I'm working as a doctor or something, and I'm like, gosh, I'm wasting my life, and it's a repeated feeling, then that's not a temporary thought I have in my head. It's a permanent thought that comes from my heart, right? It's the fact that, gosh, I think maybe medicine isn't for me. That's permanent. That's not the kind of temporary we're talking about. You have to distinguish between them. But now that we're done analyzing the temporary part, we're gonna analyze the literal temporary part, okay? So I've realized with the little life that I've lived, I kind of, oh my god. Okay, my camera paused for a second. It was kind of spooky, and I have 20%, so I have to hurry up. So what I realized in the little life I've led, because I feel like I've been born anew ever since I was 17 or 16, because that's when I finally got off being addicted to video games, to social media, to devices and things like that. I still have my addictions, I suppose. I still kind of scroll on YouTube sometimes, but hey, you'd rather scroll on YouTube, right? I scroll on YouTube and Pinterest, but those are fine, dude. Anyways, so I feel like I've been born anew in those times, and I feel like I've discovered a part of myself, and I've discovered life, and from that little life I've led, I've realized that I'm only really content and happy when I'm outside on the grass, or when I'm worshiping God, because hello, a little known fact, but I am Muslim. Anyways, yeah, and I just feel like that's like the only times that I'm actually like fulfilled. And for a large part of this version of life that I've lived, I've felt so fulfilled, like to a degree that even the grass doesn't like match it. When I was writing, when I would be writing, whether it was the poetry, whether it was the book that you should forget about because I didn't tell you about that, it doesn't exist. What are you talking about? I'm gaslighting you right now. But during those processes, I've been feeling very content and very fulfilled, and like everything is in alignment. It's an insane sensation when you're doing something that like completely satisfies your soul. Unfortunately, unfortunately, when I'm publishing my book and I'm still trying my poetry book and I'm trying to get it physically in stores and things like that, it's like, oh god, like, shoot, have I wasted my time on this thing? Because really, making money off of poetry, it ain't up there, man. You can make money off of it. I'm not saying you can't. You know what? No, you can make money out of it. You know what? You just broaden your horizons or whatever. But the thing is, does that really satisfy me? I don't know, because I feel like I've morally changed as a person. Oh my god, here we go. I'm complaining about the thing because it's going on in my head, and my head is like really worried about it, so like it keeps coming out of my mouth when it's like really like I'm trying to do something else. Anyways, what I was trying to say is, I'll just tell you what the temperance of this, like temporary nature of this life, and then I'll go back to complaining. Okay, so basically, yeah, this world was very temporary, and every time I'm in the grass or I'm doing something nice and it makes me feel happy, I'm like, wow, yeah, this is gonna go away sometime, and I'm gonna have something better, hopefully, in heaven, hopefully, yay. Yeah, I mean, I just really think about it, and I'm like, I'm very glad that I am at least religiously inclined person, because then I at least have something, I have something to look forward to, and added bonus, you don't fear death, really, you just kind of chill. I mean, for me personally, I just fear the pain of like dying, but like the actual like after process, I'm not that scared of. Like, it's like it just happens. It's just a thing that happens, and it's just a thing that happens. It's just nature, whatever. Anyways, we're done with the temporary nature of things and the state of affairs. That's your takeaway from this. Now it's my turn to talk. It's back to my turn. Yikes, dude. It feels like I'm just wasting my time. Like, oh my god, like, what am I doing? Why am I writing a book in a visually dominated society? It's killing me. And you know why it's killing me? Because I've noticed only recently that I actually am sort of inclined to also like film and do things like that, and that's way more like doable. It's way more economical, financially wise, to get into that over like doing this. At least from what I see, I don't know. I mean, I could just be insecure or whatever. I don't know. I've been feeling awful. I've been feeling awful. Any zodiac person, go in the comments, tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong, because, okay, never mind, zodiac stuff isn't real. Okay, I don't know, there's something weird, okay, during this period of time where I just feel awful. Like, I just feel so awful when it comes to my work. It's been like this for maybe a month, maybe 2 months, where I just feel awful. I just feel insecure. And the thing is, wherever I go, and whenever I just show the work, whenever I give to people, whenever I do something, I am always met by just the most open and warmest hugs, and just embracing of like, just everybody's like embracing my work. Anytime I talk about it, anytime I show anything about it, I've been getting the most positive feedback and positive energy and stuff, and it feels like but there's something inside me that's just like stopping it. There's just something inside me that's like, oh wow, I don't know, I'm doing something wrong. Oh wow, I'm stupid. I don't know. But then here comes the continuous pattern of I still keep coming up with story ideas. I still keep coming up with sometimes poems. Sometimes it just keeps going. Like there is a pattern of just making stories. There's just a pattern of telling, making stories, whatever format they may be in. And now for some reason that format has expanded and went into the camera, which it isn't fully there, but it's kind of there, and I'm kind of interested, but I'm not really, but I'm also like interested. It's complicated. But with all of that in mind, like it's like I don't know what to tell you. I feel insane, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like I think I have to stick to like doing the book because I'm literally so close to finishing it, and then it's like going through the whole process of getting it published, which is atrocious. But I had fun making the book like 70% of the time, 80%. I would say near 90% of the time I had fun with the book and the poetry, at least composing it. And then it's just a lot of times where I'm just very frustrated. And the publishing process, the marketing process, those have been the most frustrating aspects of like existence. It's been the most frustrating thing ever. And now that I'm nearing the end of the book, it's also really frustrating and messy. The stoicism in me is like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. This doesn't exist. What are you talking about? But also like I just feel like I need to complain. It's been weighing so heavy on me, and I feel like I have no idea what to do with all the heaviness that comes with it. And the last part of the novel has been the hardest because not only is it a tough thing to write, but it's also like when I write I just see in front of me like all the edits I have to do, which are listed. I list them, and then I see like any possible edits like the literary agent's gonna tell me to do, and then I see the process of getting a and it literally like it just blasts like this on my face. But for the most part, I'm just really frustrated because it's a very frustrating part of the novel. Like I've rewritten it like 5 times, 4 times. I'm in the trenches. And I have no one to talk to because I have I don't know how to make relationships with people. It's weird. It's really weird. And that's the thing. I can talk to anybody on the planet, but for you to ask me to maintain a relationship with that person is so difficult. Anyways, I've complained a lot, and I've only filmed this video because a new subscriber joined us. Okay? Joined whatever this is, joined the club, whatever. And I was like, you know what? Here's a present. Here's a video. Yay. Also, peep the jacket. I designed this when I was 17, I think. Do you like it? It's got fangs on it. It's called Artless Youth. I was gonna work on making this a brand, like an actual brand, and I was like, I don't care. But then I have so many designs, and then I'm like, I don't care. I don't know. It's weird. And you see, like, I already have the prototype phase. I had that done like 17. I was like, what am I doing? Like, what is... And then, like, I took an interest in writing more. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop doing clothing stuff. I'm going to go write. And now I'm here. Was that when I was 17, really? Was it really? I think it was 16. I don't know. Probably 16. I'm leaning on 16. Yeah. Now I'm, like, almost 19. And I've dedicated that portion of life to a little bit of this, which then I stopped because I was like, I don't care that much about clothing. And then dedicated to writing. 2 years later, 3 years later, I'm like, what? What am I doing? What's up with anything I'm doing? But I mean, I'll still stick to it, I guess. I don't know, I feel like I've ingrained it in my habit to just stick to it, and I just feel so awful because this also weighs heavy on my brain. Like I'm like, oh, you gave up a project, you really want to give up something else when you're this close to ending it, when you're this not to ending it, oops, when you when you're this close to finishing it, come on, man, you can't do this. And that plays in my head. Also plays in my head that I need to like see a productive end, I need to see a beneficial end to what I've been doing. I can't just put 3 years of my life into something and not see it done. I have to see it through. I have to see it through. So I have to like do this. I have to just like convince myself. Anyways, am I gonna edit this? No. Should I? Yes. Did I overshare? Yeah. Am I ever gonna overshare again like this? No. No. And this is definitely gonna be deleted one day. Okay. Bye. I hope my hope for you today watching this video is that you will not waste my video ended. Anyways, my hope for you today is that you don't waste your life. Not your life. I mean, you don't waste like a year on something that you end up not fulfilling. That's my hope for you. Bye.